Hey, this is Brian Gormley from Cornerstone Properties and CapitalShortSale.com, coming at you with another edition of Where in Greater DC. Behind me is the building where a lot of things happen, and so in case you don't know, what we do in this video blog is film all over town, Greater DC, Washington, Baltimore area. And for whoever guesses the filming location first and sends a correct guess to support at Cornerstone Properties, homeinfo.com, we'll give away a whatever free gift certificate to a local place of interest. The tip for this week is on securitization trusts and why they are so important to loan workouts, short sales and loan mods. Now, what is a securitization trust? Most people don't necessarily fully understand what that is, and so it's worth taking a second to sort of explain the role in the mortgage industry. What happened, particularly from 2000 to 2008, is all these loan officers and originators would make loans, and then what would they do with them? They would sell them, right? Because there's only so much money that an originator has from, say, a $500 savings passbook account from grandma. So how did they get more money to fund the loans? They sold the loans and used that cash infusion to make more loans, and so it was just a process over and over again. What happened to those loans after they were sold? Well, typically they were bought by the big entities, whether that be Freddie or Fannie, or some of the big players, Wells, Countrywide, Bank of America. And what did those entities do with them? Well, what they did with them is they securitized them. They put them into typically it's a Delaware statutory trust, and they would put in hundreds or thousands of these loans and pool them, okay? And then sell the interests, little tiny bits and pieces of each loan to the beneficial owners of the trust. And that is a securitization trust. Okay, so the servicer, again, the important distinction here between the servicer and the investor. The servicer is the one who collects the payments and shovels it on through to the owner or the investor of the loan. The investor, of course, is the entity who's actually funded the loan, or who owns the real risk of loss on the loan, right? Whoever is the last party in interest to transfer ownership. So what happened with these securitization pools or trusts? They would be sold, the beneficial ownership interest would be sold to foreign investors, federal banks, other national and state banks, pension funds. Sorry for all the traffic. That's downtown DC. So that's what happened. And guess what? When these loans start not performing, you've got the Chinese calling up and saying, "What the heck happened to my investment?" And the servicers usually retain a residual interest, right? Something like 1,000% return on investment type interest. Say, "Oh, I guess you lost money, and we can't do anything about it because we sold you bad loans." So anyway, that's how the securitization pools work. As a general matter, why are they important? Well, super important. Most of the time, these pools don't really contemplate loan modifications, for example. They don't necessarily contemplate short sales per se. It's more of a liquidation, i.e. a foreclosure sort of context, because no one was thinking that there would be massive defaults and massive deleveraging of the real estate industry. So you've got these entities that own these loans, and there's really no there, right? There's no one to go consult and say, "Hey, what do you want to do with this loan?" There's hundreds of investors potentially in the loan, and sometimes it's wrapped by some sort of credit enhancement, whether that's a Freddie or Fannie wrap, or some sort of insurance guarantee, like an AMBAC insurance guarantee, FIGIC, whatever, other entities, and that's how they got the AAA ratings, and that's how they got sold in the first place. Because otherwise, no one would have bought this garbage. So that creates a problem, right? It's not exactly clear how to liquidate them, and typically, an asset manager within the servicer is going to make some sort of decision about how to approve the loan mod, the short sale, if they even can. Frequently, they can't approve a permanent loan modification because it's not contemplated in the pooling and servicing agreement or the trust agreement that governs the securitization trust. So anyway, hope that was helpful. Don't forget, send your guesses to support@cornerstonepropertieshomeinfo.com. We'll do a little 360 here, but it's the building right behind me that we're looking for in terms of your guesses. I will talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.